Modest Debuts was the Modest Debuts was what I was told by ancestors and spirits, spiritual advisors such as Miss Becca Lumen, a certain Becca Lumen from Wisconsin. This one, absolutely fantastic. Not to say phantasmagorious, is what I usually utilize as an adjective as to commenting her stuff she keeps putting out there, and just in a way almost out of the ordinary. Absolutely. Uh, I would just like to mention she's responsible in many parts for many aspects as to me being able to actually get to be able to comment on a channel on these wonderful modern era technologies. For me, never meeting this woman, I mean, live? No, I've never met her live. But I'll tell you, I've met a lot of people live. None of them equaled this one. And I don't think there ever will be. Okay, through modern era technology, yeah, yeah, absolutely. But I just wanted to say, I have to mention, however mysterious this woman from Wisconsin, this certain Becca Lumen, if any of you have ever had the chance to see or to listen to her wonderful performances she offers. She's putting it out there day and night. Oh, I'm telling you, no, it's relentless, and with just spirit's accuracy and in certain ways that you simply wouldn't be able to explain without having anyone telling you, yeah, right, you know. You see, the thing is, here is not about power. It's not about perspectives. It's about knowledge, which I've acquired lots of it through the lumen reads on YouTube. The lumen moon tarot channels. And also a second channel called the newvue, where it's more for people like me. And the number is growing. Yeah, I feel there's more and more of us discovering about it through spiritualists as Becca Lumen. Mind you, there are all sorts of great other ones that do the tarot reads on the internet, on YouTube, you know. Regardless, you can have your preferences, if you will. It just so happened for me, at this point in time, going through tremendous pains and challenges on my path, probably the most I've ever had to, at age 61. Oh, let me tell you, this was, you know, I'll always remember coming home, logging on, connecting to the wonderful world of the internet, and just looking for horoscopes that night. I can recall I was over at my brother's place up north, landing on the lumen moon tarot for cancers, and here I had a earth angel talking to me. Earth angel, light worker, a spiritual advisor, a clairvoyant. Oh man, does she have skills? It'll blow you out of your world. At a certain point where you won't even believe it, and not seeing it in absolutely no way, shape, or form in synchronicity, or you know, later or not now, because at times, yeah, I mean, you know, how can you be specific with general, right? Which just happens to be the case anyhow. That it blew me away, and she was a great inspiration as to what I've been able to accomplish. Well, whatever has had to be accomplished in this last cycle has been accomplished. In fact, now what the outcome may be as to all of this, for some might want to put a perspective of, like, all this is a phony baloney, right? And we all know the rare, he's this, that, so he's like lunatic, right? Is what they would say. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you after. If this whole thing was about being neurotic or lunatic or ludicrous or what qualification. Only I will tell you one thing. It's not about the success. It's about having passions and finding the inspiration to go for it. Sometimes you need help. How is it? Desperately needing help, obviously. I still do. But only for me to pick these modern era technologies without knowing anything about it, trying to build a home recording studio to be able to post on these wonderful modern era platform, social media platforms, would have been a dream. And it's sort of coming in. I still got lots of work to do. Copyright, this, that. Two buddies are advising me, and TikTok won't even let me publish because I have some followers on there already. So I have to get the old act together right before, otherwise they ain't no go. Anyways, I'd just like for all of you to know that these modern times must represent evolution, not regression. Let's all bring to the table our common sense here, on our own. Honestly, I'd much rather have it this way, more than having well-armored men showing up on my doorstep having to inform me of a small lie detector having to be implanted on all human beings. Because we're just like too dumb to not lie to ourselves or to each other. For me, lying to another is lying to myself. Same thing. You're accepting to not observe, not be in accordance with one of the major values, which is honesty. Yeah. Sorry to inform you. You must be honest as possible to yourself and to others. Yes. And it's like love. I'm not shy. I love this Miss Becca Lumen, even if I've never seen her live. I love that soul. And you see, that's what it is, guys. Moving into these new times, we've got to recruit more. These readers on YouTube are doing a great job, and my favorite to me, she's the only, because for me, it's like in music, many singers, right? But mine was Phil Collins. The for readers and performances in such way that Mammy does, no, she's the only one to do it. And in time, man, it almost spooks me out. I'm telling you, and I will admit, not understanding. No, still very mysterious to me, all of this. Also realizing that it's not all about only what we understand. If we can't understand it, it don't exist. We won't, But it's more about believing of spirits. Yes, they do in fact exist, very much so. Spirits, yes. I don't want to knock anything, but political parties or religious beliefs where, some religions say God hasn't, or Jesus hasn't passed, you know, we're still yet to see his passage on earth or whatnot. But about spirituality, that's where it shows me that it is, in fact, the only value. Being love, number one value, respect for the life, appreciation, and in order to do so, obviously be authentic and honest as much as possible to ourselves and others as well. I mean, it's just doing the best to ourselves and to others in an honest way. And I believe anyone can go along their journey and do just fine. You know, I mean, why should we have to foot anyone else about whatever for? And most part of the times it's egoistic and wrong reasons anyway. But I'm not there to judge because it goes even deeper than this little boy can even comprehend. Although understanding, that's the understanding part. You must understand that everyone's evolution has not been synchronized. Although lately we've been picking up on this movement. I'm talking spirituals for those of you who understand or believe the spirituals. I don't know. This is just this little klutzy lad here vision, or yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I do believe there are more of us. I'm not that special. No, I'm only a little bit intuitive enough to pick up on certain things, in different contexts, a situation or eras, and moments. And at this point in time in my life, maybe it's because I'm only getting old, and it's wishful thinking that there would be more light workers being drawn in. Although even if you tend to dismiss that, perspective is just too beautiful to ignore. And I do believe it is going on. I do. Yeah. Always natural evolution. Always. Throughout any times or era. Evolution. Natural evolution, making human passages better, for any of us being born. But please, guys, remember, since day one you're born, you should never let anything affect your values. It's so easy to apply, really. It's love. No love, no life. Remember, if you believe that story you were telling your kids about every once in a while finding a baby under a cabbage there, well, think twice. No, that's, Santa Claus stories or whatnot. It is love that will provide for life. I mean, I would like to think that we would all have to agree on this one, please. And secondly, well, in order to respect that miracle we are living, that has been given to us, opportunity to have a passing, regardless, like, does everything have to be explained in advance before you would accept it? I'm not sure about that one either. Only this boy here, he's not that deep yet, so, but only referring to these earth angels here, as I see, we used to call them guardian angels, being younger, to me, guardian angel, earth angel, light worker are all synonymous in the sense that it's in the proper direction, in accordance. And actually, some of us having to perform duties that might not seem so lucrative to us personally right at this moment, but also realizing that this is what needs to be done. And outcome might not be the best, although you know full well on the long run you will be provided and more, especially with these lovely, beautiful earth angels. Yes, light workers. Anyways, this one goes out to Miss Becca Lumen from Ohio. No, not Ohio. What are you talking about? Wisconsin. Wisconsin girl. She was welding. I was bending metal during those years, you know. And then here we are. How about that? That's yours, Mammy. If ever you get to listen to this one. Well, you've been getting my comments many of times, but I'm coming on live, or so to speak, at least to, you know, give my comments in the more direct version, more than just typing it late at night when I'm lost, having dark souls in the night. I'm telling you, is you just can't appreciate certain people in your life, but you must appreciate as being a true blessing without understanding all the mystery behind it. No, no, no. Just accept. Yes, I accept the blessings. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Next door neighbor, a little girl, you know, she's helping her father with this little mini shovel, and she finds a dime. Daddy, I found a dime. Here I am on my side, you know, shoveling my own snow. And what is it? A dime. I says, you hold on to this dime, young girl. This is very representative. She says, how is it so? I says, simply because it will always remind you that when helping others, you will be rewarded. That's the signification. Yeah? It's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. And she looked at me, and I sort of got the vibe like we connected. She understood the message. Be good. The best you can in different situation or context. It does pay. That spiritual thing there, where people, oh yeah, you know, so yeah, right, you know, Care Bear crap and shit like that. No, I'm sorry to say, that thing about spirits is the thing that occurs, to my experience. Not being any, you know, something pretentious or anything, but I do have certain intuitions. But hey, the intuition is like a muscle. If you work it out at the gym, you could get to work it more. I promise. It does work. Ask Mammy. Anyway, Mammy, I will do your disco inferno with my modest, very modest debuts, as you say. Only I just couldn't keep it off any longer at this point. So let me start off by modest image, modest sound, but with a big heart. And thank you so much, Mammy. I love you, my heart. Okay, so I will perform here well. We are going to listen to this Disco Inferno song, and I will bring a little bit of a caricature with my bass guitar on top of it. Thanks, Mammy.